The British Virgin Islands Electricity Corporation has reached a great milestone. On March 23rd, the BVIEC commenced Phase 5 development program, a development that has promised to meet the electricity need in the Virgin Islands. Phase 1 began at the inception of the Parkwood Pond Power Station in 1990 when the corporation introduced two 3-megawatt mirrorless generators. As demand grew for electricity, the corporation upgraded engines and transmission cables to supply energy needed. As we fast forward 9 years from Phase 4, the need for reliable energy is at an all-time peak as businesses are growing and population increase. The government of the Virgin Islands is pleased that Phase 5 has begun and as it marks the growth of our economy.
I want to thank the dedicated employees, managers, and board members of the BVI Electricity Corporation, both past and present, for their commitment to providing quality service to our people. Your role in this territory is the most crucial and critical one. The BVI Electricity Corporation is important to our economy. Without electricity, much of what we do today as a productive and thriving economy would be stifled. Without electricity, there will be limitations on the services we can offer as a destination. Without electricity, it would be impossible for us to create a competitive jurisdiction. So today's groundbreaking is necessary.
As the Premier and Minister of Finance noted, Phase 5 is a crucial building block toward the territory's infrastructure and will allow the territory to expand and build on international relationships.
In 2011, I gave Honorable Van der Poel the baton to lead infrastructural development. I've asked him to keep this is a high priority in the ministry's work plan. And I'm pleased that he continues to be an engine propelling transformational change and pushing the modernization of services that his ministry offers. His ministry is an important one as it affects all of us from the time we get up in the morning to the time we go to bed at night. So ladies and gentlemen, today's groundbreaking is not just about my government moving the pendulum towards progress, but rather about those customers who depend on the corporation for stable power supply. Today is about the completion of the new People's Hospital and the corporation's capacity to keep pace with the demands. It is about the completion of new cruise pair and a marketing strategy to turn day trippers into overnight arrivals. It is about us building international relationships driven through technology like video conferencing. It is about us building a legacy of entrepreneurs as small businesses are created to drive this economy. It is about us continuing our efforts to outfit the school libraries and classrooms with power technology to advance learning. And it is about us paving the way to extend the TB International Airport and completing a new Iris O'Neill Medical Center in Virgin Gorda. You see, any economy, as you build up the different sectors, so should the power of the territory's electricity operations keep pace. The Virgin Islands must not be left behind. We must continue to keep pace with the rest of the world. For me, it is about a better Virgin Islands, a better standard of living, and a better quality of life for all of us. It is about setting a strong foundation for our children to build on.
The Minister for Communication and Works, Honorable Mark Van der Poel, in his remarks noted that providing clean, renewable energy is the goal of the government, and although Phase 5 does not include renewable energy, Phase 6 and the approved BVIEC ordinance will.
This is very important. And as we speak here today, and as we embark on this very important aspect of our infrastructure development, I want to commend the corporation for its hard work over the last couple of years, for what they have done to bring us to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, this government decided that it was not going to come out of office before we put our stamp, our clear stamp, on improving and moving forward with renewable energy for the territory of the Virgin Islands. Renewable energy for the territory of the Virgin Islands. So it wasn't by happenstance that last week the House of Assembly approved an amendment to the BVI Electricity Corporation Ordinance to allow for persons in the territory, corporations, businesses, or whatever, to be able to provide renewable energy by wind, solar, or whatever other aspects they may be able to provide for the movement towards the direction of renewable energy in the territory of the Virgin Islands. That deserves a clap, ladies and gentlemen. This government did that. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that this corporation is working very hard. They had hoped that they could deliver it this time, but we were a bit nervous about going into a different type of energy for the new engines. But I know that they're preparing for the next phase to be able to deliver better energy, cleaner energy, to be able to provide and go into more renewable aspects for the territory. So they've been given a mandate that over the next 10 years, 30% of our energy that is provided by the corporation should come from renewable energy.
The Minister, Honorable Vanterpool, also added that Phase 5 is expected to take 18 to 24 months, and over that time, the Virgin Islands will not only see fewer outages, but an increase in job opportunities for the people of the Virgin Islands.
We are pleased as a government to be able to stand here today as we arrive at this stage, and we are very excited and anxious to see the corporation deliver Phase 5. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about Phase 5, when you talk about 37 million, when you talk about this development, you're talking about adding $37 million, close to $40 million over the next 18 months or so to the what you call the GDP of a territory of the Virgin Islands. That's the gross domestic product of the territory of the Virgin Islands. And in this gross domestic product, it means that over the next 18 months, the money that is going to be spent here is going to be spent on jobs, on work, on hope, on a great future for the people of these Virgin Islands. In the next few months, ladies and gentlemen, in the next couple of weeks, in fact, you're going to see high-max bulldozers, you're going to see trucks, and so on, moving dirt from this area here to be able to transport it elsewhere, providing work for the people of the territory over the next few weeks. That deserves a clap, ladies and gentlemen. The people will be working under this government. And then, ladies and gentlemen, soon after that, you're going to see an addition to that building going up. More work for the people of the Virgin Islands. And we are glad to be able to provide that $37 million to be added to the gross domestic product of the Virgin Islands.
Phase 5 development program will see the addition of two 8.1 megawatt Wärtsilä engines, an expansion to the Parkwood Pond Station, and reinforcement with two additional transmission cables.
The completion of the Phase 5 project will eliminate the need for BVIEC to have to load shed, which has become in recent time a term far too often used, by providing the required reserve capacity to perform both planned and unplanned maintenance on generating units at the power station. It will finally see the retirement of the Longbush Power Station as a means of energy production within the territory. The last operational unit at Longbush was commissioned in 1983, and up to this morning it was running. I'm not too sure, it probably is still running now. We hope to retire it gracefully, and as the chairman said, not in pieces, in one piece.
For the people of the Virgin Islands, Phase 5 also means cheaper power, as the corporation promises that fuel surcharges will be reduced and will see efficiency in other phases.
On the area of cheaper power, this is effectively taking care of itself with the current global events in place, including the shale gas revolution in the US. I trust everybody is pleased with the current level of the fuel surcharge. The corporation is still exploring fuel diversity, including propane, which, if proved to be both technically and financially feasible, will be incorporated into a later phase of development.
Phase 5 development program promises to lessen electricity outages, provide more jobs, and aid in building the country's infrastructure and economy. For more information about the Phase 5 development program and the groundbreaking ceremony, log on to our website at bvi.gov.vg.